broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Yeah, there we go. Yes, some hot supermarket sweep for you guys there. Welcome everybody to the Superstore After Show here on AFTERBUZZ TV. You can follow us on Facebook, follow us on YouTube, like us on Instagram, do all those cool things. Hashtag ABTV Superstore. Hashtag Superstore. Yeah, look at that.
Yes.
Boom, boom,
Yes,
boom,
right.
boom, boom. Alexis is just kicking it there in the booth. I love it.
Superstore.
Yes.
I feel like I'm on a game show. And like I got called down to be a contestant.
That's it.
And I'm like,
Khaliel, come
I'm
on
so
down.
excited.
Cloud9.
That's right.
You've won a spot as being a panelist to talk about Superstore. That's right.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, everybody, we're going to be here talking about NBC sitcom there, Superstore. We have stocked this show with three of the best hosts in town. Kicking it off here, I'm Frank Moran. You can follow me on Twitter at HappyGoJackie. And to the far left.
Yeah.
My far left. We've got the lovely Alinna. Where can they find you, Alinna?
Hey everyone, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram. That's at Alinna Vision.
We know Vision.
Yep.
Vision.
Got my eyes on you.
2020. Okay.
Hindsight too.
That's right. 360.
Yep.
And rounding us out, we've got Khaliel.
Khaliel Abooboo on Twitter and Instagram. That's all I got.
That's it. Oh, short and sweet.
Short and sweet today. I'll
that's
come
right.
up with something
Look
cool
at that.
next week.
We're here covering episode 6, Secret Shopper. Look at that. So yeah, we start off there as usual in the break room there of Cloud9, looking at some old footage there of a Secret Shopper at a different store at Cloud9.
Mm-hmm.
Things going horribly wrong, seeing terrible customer service. So I don't know if anybody of you, we talked last week about working in retail. Have you ever had to deal with a secret shopper at any time in your lives?
No, I haven't.
Have you guys ever been a secret shopper?
No, I always see those
No.
ads to be a secret
Yes.
shopper, and
Yeah.
I've always applied occasionally, but never have had that
Never
chance.
got it.
No.
No.
I don't
You
mean to
guys?
interject, but I've been a secret shopper before.
What?
Yeah, it's awesome, and also I feel kind of bad sometimes when I go in there and I'll try to see how the store is doing, and then sometimes they're really, really terrible, or it's really, really good. So
Now, do you try to be as neutral as possible, or do you try to be kind of antagonistic to see how people react?
no, I'm usually pretty neutral, but I've worked with people who are pretty that will
Antagonist.
push. Yeah, they will
Yeah.
push the limits, and it's just that's how I feel bad, is that people take this job way too seriously. So, but you know.
And then after it, you have to write a report, right?
Yep, and then I used to get about $20 a store, so for the day, and then eventually you would get more from that, and then obviously they give you a set amount of money. You go and buy a bunch of stuff, talk to a bunch of people, but for the day, if I went to 8 to 10 stores, that's $20 to $40 a store, and then sometimes they would even jump to 50, sometimes 100, depending on the store it is. Like a Nordstrom's, I would make 150
just
for
a
the
shot.
day.
No,
Yep.
look at that. And you get to keep everything you buy?
Sometimes you can go and return it, so you can see how the return policy is.
Ah.
Oh.
And then when you return something, you get to keep that money that you...
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
all right.
Right.
Guys, I got to go. I'm leaving. See you guys later. We're wrapping up. Fame and fortune.
Secret
Yes.
shopper,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's it. All right. What am I doing here? I could be out there
don't know.
buying stuff at Nordstrom's.
Well, there we go.
Yep.
So now, as they watch that footage, they also get stuck, as I think, at any workplace. Doesn't have to be one of those big box stores. They get into a little debate about Blade Runner, real quick, about just was Decker a replicant? So for you guys where you've worked, are there those office place debates that you're like, guys, why do we keep talking about these same things? You ever have that in any place you've worked?
We do. It's usually if someone does something stupid and they try to defend what they did, and then there's someone else that witnessed it and said, no, that's not what happened. And that's the
And then
biggest
it's the
debate.
great debate.
Yeah, exactly. And so everyone else, because it'll usually be like those two, and then so everyone else will come in and they'll have to kind of choose sides and become a jury. Like, I don't know, did he do it? Maybe he did.
Oh, all right. I like that. I like how the way where you work. I got to work over there, Khaliel. So I could be on a jury and be convicting one of the
Yeah.
people. Yeah, get out. You're wrong. So Mateo, though, will be excited to have a secret shopper, though, because he scored a 93. So he's like, all right, that's no worries. I could do that. And Jonah casually mentions that he got 100. Little humble brag that he got 100 on that test. Amy takes a little offense to that, though.
Jonah.
Yeah, Jonah. Just can't,
Jonah.
can't help but do a little
He
brag.
just can't win with Amy.
No.
Can't win.
No, no matter what he says, it's always putting his foot in his mouth with Amy for some reason there.
I think in a weird way, though, it's like working in his favor.
Oh, yeah.
Like when you necessarily can't win, you are winning with the person.
Yes.
In a way, because it's like you stick out more and you stay in their mind, and then they start to think your flobs are cute. And
that's true.
Because she's even talking about him at home. We know.
Yes.
Exactly.
Jonah's never far from Amy's thoughts.
Exactly.
That is very true. So, but now Dina also thinks that she could be really good at anybody that was a secret shopper. She could spot him. So she just throws that out. Anybody in our store, I would know.
Of course.
The only way they wouldn't know that they're secret shoppers if they weren't a secret shopper and they didn't realize it.
Dina needs help.
Yeah. And she goes up to everyone.
Yes.
Somebody who lost a friend, an old woman.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
just anyone. She's like, oh, I know.
Oh, yeah.
I know it's you.
Shaking down everybody.
Yep.
And Mateo, being his over exuberant self, they're just willing to cut anybody out, stab anybody in the back. As Garrett finds somebody that's an attractive lady that's looking for help in men's hats section. Love that good men's hat section there.
Right.
He throws like, you don't want to be with Garrett. He's a sexual predator.
Not convicted yet, but we all know.
Yes. So I was
says.
like, oh, all right, nice, thanks. Yeah, basically saying that raises are on the line, so I'm going to stab everybody in the store in the back to make sure that I get the best possible raise out of this whole thing.
Right.
Yeah.
That's Mateo.
There you go. No,
It's ambition.
Ambition.
It's ambition. That's what that is.
At Cloud9.
Right.
Love it.
What is your work philosophy? Are you out to get out only for yourself when you're working, or do you feel like, hey, you got to help everybody else because a team's better when they're all working together as opposed to individually?
I think a team is better for me, at least. I'm not super the cutthroat type. Unless it's a competition of some sort. Then I'm very competitive.
I'm not cutthroat unless it's a competition.
Yeah.
That's what you just said.
Competition, not at work, but, otherwise I think for work situations, definitely teamwork is better.
Depends if I like the job. That's what, but even if I like the job, I'm usually like comfortable in like my place, my position of work. Like I don't have anything to worry about. I don't think the new kids are gonna outdo me or whatever. So, but if I don't like the job, then it's like I'll help anybody. It's fine, but. Yeah, if I don't like the job, I'm like,
but if you feel like those up and comers are kind of sweating you, you're gonna start going against them.
I'll tell them go for it. Try. I'll
Knock
push
yourself
them.
out.
Knock yourself out because I'm gonna stay where I am, do the minimal work because I hate this job and.
Very much sitting like a Garrett philosophy right there. He's just going to do the bare minimum.
Very
bare minimum.
Right.
Very Garrett.
All right, look at that. Okay, very cool. So, what I do love, again, as we talked about the show, is just the cutaways they do for this show of just like the little random little things. So, for this one, we started off there with the kid picking up another little kid in the toy section. He's driving like a little motorized electric car.
Right.
That's
just me.
Just
it's a little boy picking up a little girl.
Oh, yeah. Sweet.
So we had that. We also had a mom spray tanning her young little daughter going through a beauty pageant. That was ridiculous.
And she didn't just spray once.
No.
She was layering it on.
Yes.
Like, you're going to be tan.
Your sheets are going to be orange.
Sally Hansen.
Oh, yes. Ridiculous. And then we rounded out with a lady in the men's clothing section looking in a mannequin. He was wearing board shorts and just kind of pulled his board shorts and just wanted to see what the mannequin was packing. So.
Right.
I guess we've all done that. I mean, I guess
we've all done that,
right? Yeah, I mean, who hasn't looked at a mannequin in board shorts to see what he's packing down there, right? Yeah, okay. So after Mateo stabs Garrett in the back, come on, Alexis, come on!
Come on, Alexis.
No way. So after Mateo stabs Garrett in the back, Garrett lets Mateo know, like, hey, what if it's not a secret shopper? One of the employees here is really the secret shopper, and he's evaluating not just he's evaluating all the employees as well. So Mateo starts freaking out, like, oh, one of the fellow employees could be.
Do they do that? I guess they would send like someone of a superior level to go in and infiltrate.
I guess. I mean, it'd be like an undercover boss kind of situation.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, undercover boss. Okay, so
Yeah.
then they do that. Okay.
Yeah, but then it's always like with bad wig and makeup, and then then somebody always like, wait a second, that's really the president of the company.
Right.
Yeah. So Mateo hangs out in the security room looking at all the footage, thinks that Jonah is really the secret shopper because they don't know much about his background since before he
They
came to
know
Cloud9.
that he's from Illinois.
Yes,
and
and you
that's
saw-
where Cloud9 headquarters is.
Yes.
That's how he's able to put 2 and 2 together, supposedly.
Yes. So Glenn hears that and it's like, all right, everybody act cool. Don't act any different around Jonah. Cut to him in the office talking to Jonah, and they bring up the issue of like, I should get a raise. And Jonah, not knowing that everybody thinks he's really a secret shopper, says, of course you should get a raise. So Glenn's on Cloud9 and working as he is at Cloud9, thinking that, all right, that's it. We can buy that houseboat and get your mom that surgery. Thank goodness.
I love Glenn's positive attitude. I just feel like he has the most positive outlook on life and the world, and I wish I could walk in a similar fashion.
Yeah. You know, but I'll give it up for him because I during those asking for a raise is one of the worst and most awkward conversations you could ever have with a boss.
Right.
And I never do well at those. Do you guys do well when it comes to a raise talk?
No. It's awkward.
It is. It's
awkward.
And especially if you feel like you deserve a raise, but you don't really have like super tangible proof. It's not like we're like lawyers that like I brought in all these like big clients this year. Look at all this. It's like,
Right.
no, I was on time and I worked hard. You know,
I've been here for a
X amount
while.
of years,
yeah. I mean, you should get a little something. Those are
Longer than people who've quit.
Yeah. Yes.
Just saying. My rent just went up.
All right.
Just saying.
Yeah, there you go.
Just
please. I think if anybody wants to throw Khaliel a little extra money, please.
Look, yes, I need it.
Yeah.
We'll host for food.
Yeah. All right. Look at that. Yes. I like that. So basically, Glenn thinks Jonah's the superstore, the secret shopper there for Cloud9, and so is embracing all his ideas. Amy's getting really resentful of Jonah, thinking that he's just going around her, talking to Glenn. Big, nice, as usual, a typical sitcom misunderstanding.
Mm-hmm.
But we find out at the end of the episode, as they're in the stock room, that Amy's mad at Jonah because she thinks that he's a guy that everything just comes naturally to. And Amy just reveals to Jonah that she started taking college courses so she can further her career
cute.
ambitions. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
cute.
That was after they tore up the whole
yes.
stock room.
Yeah, yes. Have you guys ever operated heavy machinery like a forklift or anything?
Yeah.
No.
Are you good with it?
No.
That's why you're not operating it
That's
anymore.
why I'm hosting.
For yes.
Follow me at Khaliel Abooboo.
For all your forklifting tips and techniques.
Exactly.
Yes.
Right.
There you go.
They keep toying us with her life and her backstory, with Amy's life and
Yes.
backstory. Her name escaped me for a second, but and it's just like, well, come on, guys, let's go. I want more. Like, I don't know why. I'm just strangely attracted to find out what's going on with her.
Yeah,
Right.
and I felt like this is the first time you really found out about a little bit Jonah's backstory as well, because you find out that he's not something that everything came easy to. He was in Chicago for business school, flunked out, just really embarrassed. It was in debt from all the money he had to use towards tuition. Got in a car, just drove, landed in St. Louis, saw a sign for looking for employees for Cloud9, and boom, there he is. That's what brought him there. So
Yeah.
So not quite as just like the workplace genius that he comes off to be.
Right.
But although
Workplace.
I don't think anything we've seen from Jonah has proven that he's like a workplace genius.
Yeah, especially
Right.
the whole
Yeah.
period thing.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I think we used all those great tips that Jonah was showing last week. We've used those in our
Yeah.
lives going forward,
Yeah.
right?
Obviously.
Yes.
I'm sure you guys have.
Oh yes. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I've made my sister a better woman now.
Oh, dare I ask her?
And so that basically it just comes down to, as Jonah and Amy are talking there in the stockroom, they decide, hey, we're just going to act like these shelves fell on their own. We're just going to walk out, let somebody else clean this up. But Jonah, being the genius that he is, happens to activate the forklift and busts out of the stockroom, chases down Mateo, who knocks out the secret shopper along the way as he's running. And then we just cut to the video at the end. We get to see this whole terrible thing that has gone on. But luckily the store is done better than the Richmond store, so they're still safe for another day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So look at that, typical day at Cloud9.
There's a lot always going on there.
Yes.
Always something.
Yeah.
But I will give a shout out to the secret shopper. We find out it's my buddy Nick Bush. Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
There you go. Yeah, if you ever want to see Nick Bush, go over to IO West over there on Hollywood and Cahuenga right there. You can see him right behind the bar, serving you drinks with a smile. Tell him that you saw him on Superstore.
Did you know he was going to be on Superstore?
I did tell him on Facebook today. He did post that he was going to be on Superstore.
Oh, okay.
So, yes.
okay.
You knew today, but
Yes,
you didn't know.
but I didn't know what his
before.
role was going to be.
Yeah.
And so
Got
when
it.
I saw him, I was like, all right.
Nice.
That's
Nice.
cool.
Nice, Nick Bush. All
for
right.
him.
Way to go. Yeah. So what'd you guys think of the episode?
I liked it. I liked that we're getting more backstory from Amy. I want to get more backstory from Jonah too.
Yes.
I think we
Yeah.
have a little bit more from Amy now. Now I really want more from Jonah. And I was missing Cheyenne and her fiance. I really like that. Yeah, like, I need some air horn in my life.
Who doesn't, right?
Exactly.
Right?
But I like the episode.
Oh, we should ask Alexis if she can get some reggaeton air horn going for us. Can you do that for us, Alexis?
What was that? What did you need?
Reggaeton air horn?
I will see what I can find.
I mean,
will
that's
add it,
perfect
and we'll
right
use it
there.
every single time for the show.
I love it. All
Just
right.
for you guys.
But I feel like Jonah, Amy, maybe Garrett are like the only characters that I feel like I would be interested in seeing the
Wanna
backstory.
invest in.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I feel like the other ones are just like too comically weird. Like I don't know if I need to see like Adina's backstory. I don't need like I don't know if she's too weird for me to. Even Glenn, the way that
If they get creative with Dina's backstory, it might be really
Right.
cool.
Yeah.
If they got creative with it and like why she is so
The way
Dina-ish.
she is.
yeah.
Yeah.
But no more ovary talk. I don't need to know about how.
Yeah.
Dropping hard. Eggs dropping
Yeah.
hard.
Yes, there you go.
I thought it would be perfect. I guess eggs dropping hard.
Exactly.
I don't know. We'll make it
Needs
work.
an air
Love
horn.
it.
Just for you, Frank.
Thank you, Alexis. Perfect timing for that.
Not
Yeah.
just for him. We all want it. We all
Yeah.
want
I
it.
know.
Yeah.
I know.
But I felt like, and we've talked about it in the past, like the whole kind of relationship between Amy and Jonah. Like I felt like this was great. I didn't miss like, are they gonna do? Are they? Aren't they? I just like it was great to find more about their backstories, but I don't need to worry about the romantic hookups for them. And so
Yeah.
if that's cool, if
Right.
they just want to do like workplace friend situation, I'm cool with that situation. That's cool. I don't need to see any like forced kind of like, are we gonna make out or anything? Yeah, because at first I thought like, oh, is Jonah gonna say something when they're all in the stockroom, they're buried underneath all these toys and animals and props and whatnot, and wonder if Jonah was gonna like say something kind of romantic towards her, but no, it didn't go that direction at
right.
all. So I was like, all right, no, I'm cool with that.
Right.
Just keep it a nice workplace sitcom with just some touches of backstory and the personal
Yeah.
lives of these characters, and I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want some? Are you shipping
eventually-
Amy and Jonah?
No, I think eventually there will be something. I think it's
I
one
think
of
so, too.
those, like, it'll be like 3 seasons in, or whatever. Kind of like on The Office, how Jim and Pam, it took a long time for them to finally get together. There was always kind of that tension. Not as much tension as Amy and Jonah, but something along those lines.
But we got to come up with a shipping name for them. So, fans, if you have any ideas, if any of your shipping names, you can just tweet us there at hashtag ABTV Superstore. Your favorite shipping name for Amy and Jonah. I don't know what the Noah,
Joanne?
Joanne. Oh,
That's a contender.
yes. Look at that. He cannot drive a forklift, but he can come up with great shipping names.
All
I am a
right.
host.
That's right. Well, look at that. I think that's going to do us there for episode 6 of Superstore right here on AfterBuzz. How was that, guys? Well, should we do it again next week? Yeah, let's do it
Yeah,
again
let's
next
do it
week.
again next
Yes,
week. I think I'm
absolutely.
free.
All right, yeah, so am I. They're great. So, Alinna, where can they find you?
Everyone can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Alinna Vision. That's ALINA. That's right. VISSION.
There you go, Khaliel.
That's right. You can find me at Khaliel Abooboo on Twitter and Instagram.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, just one more time. Alexis, reggaeton air horn me, please. Yes. All right. You can follow me at Twitter at HappyGoJackie and catch me at IO West every week with my improv team, Max, at 9:30. We'll see you next time here. Follow us on Facebook, like us on Instagram, check us out on iTunes, hashtag ABTV Superstore.
And share with your friends.
Share with your friends.
Yes.
Share. Sharing is caring. Sharing is shopping. We'll see you next week here on AfterBuzz Superstore. Yes.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.